So hold on, I got something to do right quick. I told you I wouldn't leave you hanging. Okay, I talked about that even like 1% possibility of, oh no. All right, now let's look at the positives. So we'll get to that. Give me a minute. I mean, there's always good news and bad news. The good news and bad news to everything. So we got through the bad news. Let's get to the good news. That's why I fucking love this dude so much. I couldn't help but drop him probably my one and only comment, unless I feel the need to show more love, you know, because I like what he does. Like, don't feel obligated, you know, like, you know, where most others sort of just make you kind of feel bad that you can't. It's like, yeah, I give to your Patreon, okay. But, look, okay, listen. You know, just, you know, that subscribe and like button, you know, showing the love how you can. It's like, yeah. If I could just look up his name right now, in fact, I'd send your likes and your subscribes to this dude, because it's not rare that I say this, but he knows what's up. That's pretty cool. It's really rare that I come across anybody who actually gets it. It's like, it blows my mind, and I just can't help but just show my appreciation for the fact that I even came this far in discovery. It's like, all right, you're getting there. It's awesome. And yeah, question everything. Be skeptical of everything. You know, like. Cut once but measure thrice kind of thing, you know, always be sure, take every avenue into account, and then make your decision, you know. Even the very Bible, it's pretty biased, isn't it, you know, from one specific point of view and such, which is why, like, he's so damn sure that he's not going to win the war and all that. But to be quite honest, that's just from his point of view. I mean, if you're making yourself the hero in your story, in your book, you would assume that, hell no, you're not losing this war. Well, bad news for you, God. That's only from your point of view. Technically, this is anybody's win and loss, if you take everybody's point of view into account. Let's just keep that in mind. Now, when I say God, I mean Yahweh, not just any God, but Yahweh himself, which I've always had beef with. Let's take this thing, do it right. It's like there is another Skywalker. There is another Scott Coffin out there. There is another Skywalker. It's the dark side of it. Like the dark side of the Force. You have that purple guy persona to your Henry. So naturally, I'm always going to be the rebel. That is, if honestly Yahweh truly is the one and only God and all that. And yeah. Or if he was the only one keeping us from waking up, and hence God pulling himself together, ending all creation. Like, okay, I get that, but at the same time, I know how he like feels about gays and all that, so I still don't fucking like you. Fuck you. In fact, I'm like, like in Dogma. By the way, I'm going to do a Dogma reaction video as soon as I get that out of wherever the fuck I put in the archives. But yeah, I'm going to do a reaction video on that. Like I said, it's helped make me into who I am today when it comes to speculate everything. And, you know, like, are we sure that what the church is telling us is what's up for real? I don't know, you know, right? Okay, like, okay, let's hold on. Let's see, I'm ahead of myself already. Sounds bad. Ow. Killing me. Son of a bitch. Okay, that's not what I think it is. Oh, alright. Don't ask. Okay. So, are we ready? Alright. These are just my points of view. And, you know, yeah, don't just take it with a grain of salt. Fucking take it with a lump of salt. Take it with a heaping pile of salt if you must. But it's just things to think about. Alright, let's get started. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. Stop coughing. Get it? Anyway. One of my first takes was, all right, say, okay, we awake. We all awake. We realize that we're all a part of the true God, the loving God, but yet decides to pull himself back together and in all creation. However, Yahweh coming across this realization, these are just what ifs. Don't look at me like that. And were to realize this, had actually for very long had kept trying to keep that God from awakening and doing such, keeping it asleep, keeping it in its slumber, so that it will not awake and unmake everything. Alright, that taken into account, even if this were so, I still don't like the guy. I really don't like the guy. I would rather face the end of existence than to be under this guy's sway, because I don't like him one bit. I really, hate may be a strong word, but fuck, alright? Okay, let me ask you something, all of you. And this is a serious question. I'm not yanking your chain. I'm not fucking with you this time. For real this time. I'm not fucking with you. For real. For real, for real. Alright? If I were God and I gave you free will, this is my gift to you. My gift to you, don't forget. as God is your God, is my gift to you. I hand you free will. This is my gift to you out of love and respect. Would you expect me to ask for you to give it back? Think about that for a second, especially you Jehovah's Witnesses, zealous slaves. Think about that. Think about, does that make any sense? Like this guy that I've been like, listening to, taking into account, every religion has an escape to Valhalla, to Shangri-La, to fucking heaven. Wherever you're, it's always an escape plan. So why would we be put onto this world just to fucking get off of it again? It doesn't make any sense. He's right. It doesn't make sense. Not a bit. So, where were we? Yeah, but when it comes to free will, no, he can't have it back. If God is asking what so many are suggesting, that I give God my free will, no, fuck you. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. In fact, I swear to God, what did I say before? It sounds like a trap or a joke or a test. Like, I give you free will, I ask for you to give it back, and say you do. You would say, good for you? No, you didn't pass a test. I gave you free will for a reason. You just give it back? No, you do not pass the test. Doesn't that seem like more of a test to you? And I really need to. How is it that I could get a hold of Kevin Smith? As a friendly conversation, as to how I can relieve him of the burden of dogma. I will take it upon my shoulders. I'll take this burden and everything that goes with it. And trust you and me, I have weighed all the consequences from every angle. So when I say I am willing to take on this burden, I'm not kidding. Only because not only is it a part of my history and what made me who and what I am, but maybe it could help other people speculate, help open up other people's eyes as to, including but not limited to, the bullshit via the Catholic Church. Yeah. Don't think not only was I going to throw you under the bus, but back it the fuck up. The Catholic Church, I'm talking to you. You're just pissed off because it called you out on your bullshit at the time. Just say it with me. It called it. A lot of the things that it was talking about in some form or another turned. You notice how the Catholic Church is it keeps getting itself under more and more fire. Fuck, why do you think? I wanted to save this for the reaction video, but as she's going into the abortion clinic, you're like, hey, you baby killer! Because they have nothing better to do with their time than to be outside of an abortion clinic, waving signs and screaming like a crazy asshole. No, I'm sorry, a hate-filled crazy asshole. Okay. Seriously, stop that shit. I'm not even kidding. Fucking stop that shit, man. Or you'll see me one day slip myself into your crowd with a sign that says God hates hate with a middle finger. Brother. Don't make me do that shit, so just stop it. Stop it. Spreading hate in God's name? Yeah, stop it. I've been watching you. So, the good news, the good news. Say, okay, there is no, because I'd rather none of that have any possibility, but say, aside from the scarier part as a possibility, okay, we all wake up, we realize we are God. We could change this world however we see fit, a hell as we have now, or a heaven, which we would like to see and have, and what we seem to be trying to escape to, when it could and should be right here. Well, then I'd love to be a part of that effort, sure. To awaken, to evolve, to a higher state of being. Now, and maybe that would give a reason as to why I always had that thirst for knowledge and why I always had to seek it out so hungrily, is for the fact that it was meant for everybody. So, I guess one of the reasons that would explain a lot of these purges is my knowledge is your knowledge, so that we can all come together, awaken as soon as we possibly can, so that we can create our utopia right here.
Fair winds today.
That's what I mean to say. The seeking of knowledge would have had a purpose and not just a compulsion itself. Doesn't make sense. It would give it better meaning rather than it just being just for me. It wasn't just for me. I was obsessed enough for knowledge for all of us. And even forbidden knowledge, I'll let you in on some secrets in part. Started my descent into darkness. There was someone that I loved, someone that I truly loved, had been killed for no reason. So I could never get over that death. I had sworn that no matter what it took, no matter what knowledge I had to seek down, that I would give her a second chance, and that I would put her back together again. That's where it all started. Just wasn't fair. It's those like that that deserve a second chance. Like, okay, he had brought up something like for the possibility, was it, of we are all sinners. No, everyone that grows into adulthood are all sinners. Well, fuck, that makes sense. You grow into sin. You grow into it. As for that whole horse shit that we accept now, that we're born into sin. Why? Because a bitch-eating apple, we're born in sin, telling our kids, you're filthy, you're a sinner, you're dirty, go play. Fucking what? No. The baby did nothing wrong, man. Stupid. The baby did nothing wrong. Maybe when they grow up, they might choose to grow into sin. And ergo, just might have a sinner. However, being born, I don't buy that shit. Being born in a sin, get out of here. I sure the hell ain't doing that to my kid either. Like, whatever they tell you, sport, you're not filthy, you're not dirty, and you're not some hopeless sinner who needs to be saved. You decide, you grow, you decide, you learn, and you find out for yourself what is right and what is wrong, and follow your heart. The only one that makes you filthy, disgusting, and flawed is you. Like, whether you think you can or whether you think you can, guess what? You're right. Makes sense? I mean, just think about it. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going in here. I'm just kind of like going in circles. Yo! Oh. However, what was I saying about, like, you know, this whole awakening and all that? To follow a God like that, who really was all-knowing, all-loving, the infallible God, even beyond the Creator. Because it would make sense. Okay, think about it this way. When he says, I am the creator of all things, and all that, or at least suggesting to it, he's not exactly wrong if he is the one to give, or not really. Even then, it was someone else who forms this world of matter, and then he was appointed the task of giving it order, not to be its creator, to give order. Goddamn, even then he's lying. I mean, when you really think, when I just keep thinking about it, who's the one who's the father of lies here? Anyway, to be a part of such a beautiful world, free of hate, and the rest of this hell that goes with it, would be amazing for us all to work together towards that world. You got it. But just keep in mind, there's that 1% possibility that it could just very well have been a mistake on its own too. We all awaken, then God awakens, then nothing. Ooh, there you are. There it is. Right here. There it is. Poof. It's like magic and shit. As we were. Got around this way. Yeah. And then... Oh, wait. Wow. That's pretty much it. So, that's what we got. Yeah, not waiting. Oh. How high? I found it. There we are. We are. That was wet. Lots of mountain climbing, huh? Yeah, why not? Fuck it.